Hello, I'm E24 and I'm back playing Banished, and have I got a tale for you? We're going to start this off first. I've got a new processor fitted. I'm up to the octa-core, so 10 speed, and I am hitting 50 FPS quite comfortably. As you can see, everything's going quite nice and fast now. Who'd have thunk it? Just a new processor and boom. I got my gameplay back. I do apologise that these videos aren't up a bit sooner. That is one of the biggest things. I wasn't even going to record this to begin with because I've got just so much work ahead of me. It's gotten quite ridiculous. Building has caught fire. Let's deal with that first. Holy moly. Labourers. It's winter. Give me labourers. So yeah, I've been, as you can probably imagine, a lot of space engineers. And editing them videos takes a long time. A really long time. And getting them processed and ready to actually work and everything just takes so long to do. Are they picking up water from a burning fisherman's hut? That is crazy. I'm gonna lose that market, aren't I? Oh, so much stuff's just gone wrong. And I'm only a few minutes in. So yeah, getting Space Engineers sorted. The new processor, getting that installed with its heatsink took a lot out of me. I've just been in quite a bit of pain recently due to work and everything else. It's just get my 105 farmers back so I don't forget about them. Just been quite a bit busier than what I really wanted it to be. I've not had a chance to do these, unfortunately. I don't need any of them. Hopefully they'll get rebuilt rather quickly, but I've only got the 2 builders. Well, increase the priority of these buildings, please. Go that way, actually. So yeah, busy schedules. On top of which, you know, I've been applying for new jobs and been a bit crazy, really. A bit more crazy than I like. However, here I am, recording again, so, you know, it can't be that bad. Get them rebuilt as well. We've got a lot more labourers coming in. Food seems to not be so much of an issue. Although with that burning down, that's going to cause quite a few problems. Food should be okay. Got tons more labourers coming in. So yeah, the octa-core processor. Now I thought that would bring a lot more stress-free living, especially when it came to doing the Space Engineers videos. On the 4-core, quad-core, I was doing I was editing a video at night time, leaving it running for like at least 20 odd hours. And that was with 2 recordings. When I stepped it up to 3 recordings, it wanted about 40 hours worth of processing time, which basically means leaving my computer out of commission for 40 hours. Not exactly the nicest feeling in the world. Then I kind of came across, well, I got the octa-core installed, and it knocked that time back down to about 20 hours for me, so it did half the time. However, I can't seem to render it full stop, and I've got to render it in small chunks, which is taking up a lot more time than what I wanted to. I keep getting the blue screen of death. Some kind of memory error, but I can't seem to locate where the error is. I've checked the hard drives, I've checked the memory, I've checked the graphics card, and the graphics card memory, and all the processors. You know, I really hammer the computer, and the processors will fell over a full stop, but it just doesn't seem to want to handle it, so I got to do it in small chunks rather than big chunks, which is very annoying, as one can probably imagine. Come on, I want this thing built. Oop. Right, gonna pause here. Got nomads. 40 of them. Now that would be a massive boost to my numbers. I can take a food hit, but it means I'm gonna have to go pluck down a lot more farms. So go on then, we'll allow them. Pepper and apple. Have pepper. And do we have apple? We do. So that guy's useless to me. So, suppose my next village needs to be. Actually, I was expanding this one originally, wasn't I? Suppose the big question is, which way do I take this? Now I kind of need the wood, so these gathering huts are gonna have to stay here. This one's kind of out of the way, and I could definitely do building down there, another market. Actually, I could probably do a market here and moving that down there. That might be a better idea. To marketplace. Yeah, as you can probably tell, I've forgotten where everything is again. That's probably going to be the most affluent. If I knock down that entire industry, cut down all that wood and move it down a bit, stick a marketplace here. I think that's going to do me quite nicely. Could do with a couple more farms setting up, but don't know if I've got any more space for them at the moment. Definitely put them back here. Food production. Can always get rid of them later. Just stick 2 more crop fields there. Start the game going again. Everyone's in a house. Although I've got a funny feeling these boarding houses are going to be full up. That one is, that one is. And that one is, so we kind of need a new little colony setting up quite quickly. Maybe accepting 40 nomads was not the best idea I've had. Never mind. I am still playing with 2 mods in the game as well. I'm just a filthy little cheater. But does make life a bit easier, so... And the game, relatively more pretty. I stick a tunnel in that. I don't think I'll be able to. Someone's got ill. I've got enough doctors. I've actually got more than enough doctors. Nowhere to actually do anything. Dal, come across. Like so. So yeah, still on the job hunt, unfortunately. Hate looking for new jobs. Always the same set of questions. Blah 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 this, blah 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 that. Are you any good with computers? Well, duh. I went and studied them for like years. Stick a well down here. I'm not a big fan of job hunting, but I do need a new job. I'm just fed up with my current position, really. It's not conducive to me or my current work life, full stop. Especially considering they keep giving me hours which I simply can't do. You know, I've just been ill. Still keep trying to dump these really long shifts on me. Thinking, oh, he can do them. And you know, when you can't lift half of what you used to be able to lift. This is all slowing down again, hasn't it? There we go. Oops, some of them houses are going to be outside of the area of effects, but that doesn't matter too much. Start building up a bit of a community on this side as well, I suppose. We'll have a row of houses there. So yeah, anyone looking for like a semi-good programmer, you know? Looking for a job here. Oh, I want that one. Move them as well. I didn't mean to put them there. Hello, winter. So that's going to give me a load more labourers. I should pour them into the mines and the mind you, I want all this building work done first. We will recover from that shortly. Let's remove them roads. Oh well. Job's done now. I'm not going to fit much more back there. I will fit a street back here though. No, it won't. So. Just leave that corner blank. Now that I know that they can use the fishing dock for some water, that was quite an eye-opener for me, that was. Well in there. I'm also looking at an interesting way to use my GUI to do all my transitioning effects in Space Engineers. At the moment I'm using a third-party piece of software. However, the software in question, then that keeps crashing whenever I try to render a video too long. So I'm looking at just doing everything in the GUI and being done with it. It's going to be an interesting experiment to say the least. As anyone that uses that program is going to understand. Yeah, I'll let the auto buy do that. How's that market come along anyhow? Market's up and running. Goody. Fisherman's Hut's still not gone, but that'll all get built eventually. How we doing? Edge on a path. Because you go all the way to the stone cutting. It's the only reason why you're going to be stone. Then I'm going to want to stockpile. So yeah, I've written quite a few scripts for my GUI now. Nothing like commercial or anything. And I've had quite a lot of fun with it. It would be nice if I could have my compression technology linked to my can I have a bridge over that, do you think? My compression technology linked to my processing technology. Go that way. That way I can just run the program and just leave it going. Don't have to worry about it. We've hit the herb limit. I'm gonna double that. How are we doing on the boarding house? You're empty. That's good. That means a lot of them people have either died or become assimilated. You're empty. You're empty. That means I can pull back on the builders for a little bit. I've still got 2 people without jobs. One of them's a physician. How's my schoolhouse doing anyhow? I've got 5 schoolhouses. Yeah, that's gonna fill up. Do I have another schoolhouse going up anywhere? Not really. Could do with one like around here. So another schoolhouse there. Put that priority up and we'll have a teacher. That'll be 120 students at a time. Now food's definitely becoming a problem because I'm not getting above that 50,000 mark. So I'm going to turn all of this down here into farmlands. Yeah, so other health problems, nothing at the moment. Just busy looking for jobs, all the rest of it. I mean, if job hunting was easy, then everyone would have a job, right? There we go, we've got tons more farms. What's the local tavern doing? Cherry, so you can be Cherry, you can be Cherry, cabbage, wash, corn, peppers. Let's see what you've got. Let auto take care of you. And then let's give this a boost. Yeah, I'm definitely running low on resources, look. So we'll start dumping a lot of people in there soon. These guys aren't going to have anywhere to store their food, so... Didn't think of that. Ah. Ta-da. Just drop it there for now. Actually, I wonder... Let's need... Oh. So, it looks like I've got just a lack of raw resources, especially iron. Drop that down to 20. And we'll up this. 60. Stone cutters will take up to 40. Drop off the miners a bit. Foresters, we're not maxed out. We could do with more wood though. Put a hunter in there. More fishermen. Go on then, foresters, off you go. Whoops. Maxed out on all the other professions, that's good. Let's do with another blacksmith. How are we doing on tools anyhow? We don't really have that many stored tools. Our blacksmith came online just in time. We'd have enough vendors, traders. Got this last teacher now to go. Look at our food, it's already starting to dip. I've just got too many citizens and not enough food production. I really need to start thinking about replacing that a bit further south, running out of tools. Since I have like, ooh, yeah, good. But that's another couple. Since I have like 2 blacksmiths somewhere. Stupid infestations. I wonder if the blacksmith slowed down because I ran out of iron and coal. You're working on iron, you're working on coal, you're working on coal. Just is good because they'll use the coal to warm the houses as well as the firewood. Got quite a lot of firewood going into here. But do need more iron. Nice to see this city centre's recovered. Nice to see me going over like 40 FPS quite easily. I've got like 400 odd citizens now all running around. And it's not even like touching my processor. Not hogging the resources like it did in the past. Just getting on with it. 58 people now without tools, so we're gonna see like all the buildings slowly just crawl down to a hole, especially if the blacksmiths get hit by it. See, this guy's just got no iron even though the Iron Man's south of him. Massive deficit. Do you have tools on you? No. You have tools in you. Iron tools, steel tools. Yes, you do. Right. We release 500 tools out into the wild. Thinking I might have to do the same with the clothing as well. Although that one's not as transparent as the tool. That's production. We used 2, we produced 27, we used 4, we produced, yeah. Oh no, that's herbs. Ah, wrong one. We used 24. Yeah, look, we're producing more than we're using. The clothing shouldn't be that much of an issue. Just because it's all getting stored. Which is probably what happened to the steel tools. Right, that'll do. We'll leave that at 700. Of infestation. I should get some more animal pastures set up somewhere. But right now I need these communities to get built. Let's go up to 75. So, coming to the end of the first episode, I'm going to have to batch these up because I have so much Space Engineers work to get going on with. It is quite ridiculous. And thank you for listening, I suppose. My food has really taken a nosedive. That's kind of got me scared. Let's just have a look at the town hall. Yeah, the food income's not as high as I'd like it to be. Taking on them nomads again. Proven to be not very profitable. Although hopefully these farms will kick in and help. And I'm going to build a load of fishermen's huts down here. So, thank you for watching. I've been E24, this has been Banished, and goodbye.